Tell them who you are. If you're living in the movement, you wanna praise God. This is how we do it.
What are you doing, man? Get to freaking work. You got something to do today? I'm just messing, bro. So I'm in a vacant. I got a little overzealous yesterday. I didn't have a camera. I was just bouncing around. Anyways, I got in here, got started on it. But I'll show you what I got to work on. Number one, all the outlet covers, I got to run them through the dishwasher. They're all dirty. And the filters, I'll run those. This is the AC filters. I'll run these through the dishwasher too. That'll clean them really good. I got to find a ring nut for that light fixture. I ran the stove and self-clean for the cleaning lady. I got to get this out of here. I had about six loads of trash out of here. The AC, I need to clean it really good with some degreaser. We're gonna pull both the ACs out of the wall and give them a good cleaning because it's probably been, they've probably never been cleaned. A new blind, that's the other box. In here, we had, these apartments are all electric, so they have these little heaters in the bathroom, which I hate. But anyways, this one here, I couldn't get the parts for it, so I just condemned it. So we're gonna go ahead and move the wires on the other side of the wall because you can see the wires, it's right there where the drywall is. That's a no-no. So I'm gonna put a cut-in box on the other side of the wall. And then this is where the exhaust fan was. There's the box. It was hard piped, so I had to cut a bigger hole to get it out. But we'll put a new exhaust fan in there today. That's the old blade. People are dirty. Jeez. And here, I had the panel off so I could chase the wires down. So I could put the panel back on. New blind, reattach the screen. Right here's where I'll put that cutout box in with a cap on it. And here we got a blind. That's the other AC. I got to pull this out. Got to pull it out to do a good cleaning on it. You know, just take it outside, take the cleaner to it and the shop vac and the water hose. Clean it up real good. So, anyways, that's my project for today. I don't have a lot going on. I just did that AC yesterday, or day before yesterday, or yesterday in the cold. Whatever. So, you'll see this video on Friday. So, I'm gonna make a list. I gotta patch that hole too. Anyways, it's life, bro. This is what we do. That's it, man. So, let's get started on this. The biggest thing today is not really the vent as much as it is the AC, because I have to put a platform up to get the AC out of the wall. They're not really heavy, but wherever the compressor is, that's going to be a heavy corner. So you just got to be careful with it. That's why I use a platform. It gets me up so I'm level with the AC. That's about it. It's a turn. Something to do. Cool beans. Get to freaking work, man. For all my new guys, these patch holes, I use this great stuff. I got the gun, they're like 60 bucks. So all I do is just turn the knob to open it up and pull the trigger. The farther you open the knob, the more is going to come out. And this is just a knock-in. It's where somebody hit it with their hand. I just fill it in. Just like so. And that's all I gotta do is just close the knob. And it shoots the rod, it pushes the rod against the end and keeps it from drying out. That way, this right here will last me quite a long time to do repairs on stuff like that. So what I'll do is I'll let this dry. I'll put a blower on it, move air across it, and it'll dry this. It'll puff out a little bit, and then I'll just cut it off flat with the wall and mud it. You'll see. All right, so my outlet covers, I'll lay them on the little fingers, set them up, And then my switch covers, I like to have them a little bit more spacious. That way a lot of water gets on them. And then my filters, I will put them in down in the bottom. And then we'll put some soap in there. The big ones I can put down on the bottom because they're not gonna go anywhere. You know what I mean? They're not going to fly around, but you can put them in there and kind of catch a leg if you can. But so we'll put some soap in there and let her go. On my covers, I picked up some Easy Off, so just degreaser, and that's neat. So I'm just going to hose them down on the inside. This will also help any kind of a bacteria that might be growing on it. Just gonna hose them down, man. So we'll let this sit for a little while I do the other stuff, and then we'll pull the ACs out and give them a good scrub down. Cool beans. Yeah, Easy Off cleaner, heavy duty degreaser. It works pretty good on these to get that funky off of it. So I'm gonna get started on installing this vent. I have to make the hole bigger, reconnect the new vent to it, and the wire and stuff. So I'll put it in hyperspeed. Enjoy the show.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So what I'm gonna do now is, because this is metal and that drywall, is I'm gonna spray foam the piece of drywall behind it and then stick this up and mount it. The reason why is so I don't get a vibration against that drywall when the fan's running. Cool? That way I'm set back far enough I can get a piece of drywall in there. I have to cut it stud to stud. I'll just cut one big piece for this whole thing. That way I don't have to worry about it. Cool beans. So this is set up. It's on the switch, so I'm not worried about it. But now we'll worry about cutting this all out. I'll just measure this out because the stud is right here. So I'll just go ahead and cut it to the stud. Cut this to the stud, straighten it up, and there's one piece of drywall there, and then cut out for the box. So for my next trick, this wire it's too close. Okay, and I gotta cover this up. So I've measured it off from there to the door frame, and then go on the other side of the wall. I got it up. It's right here where this outlet is. The wire you see on the other side is on this side of the stud. The stud runs right here. So what I'm gonna do is put my cut-in box about right here, and that way I can put those big. That's a 20 amp service wire. So I'm gonna put the wire right here, put a box in. Cool? Alright, so cut-in box, this one, it's got the little flip tabs on it. So you cut the hole out, and then when you screw this in, it pulls up and pinches the drywall. So you can put a stud anywhere, or a box anywhere. So I know the stud is right here. So I just need to go, basically, well, you always gotta be mindful of studs in the wall, so. That's about right there, because I already marked it for where that wire is. So I'll go about right there. So what I usually do is turn them around backwards. Set it where you want to put it. That's about right. Okay, and then mark it on each side, and then you want to mark it right where the box is. You don't want to mark up here. You want to mark right in there. So now that I got the wire out of the way, I can cut me a piece of drywall. I'll cut it over just a little bit. I'll cut it right on this line. That way I've got stud, and then I'll just put another stud on that side. This here, I might have to square it up on the studs. Just one big piece to go in that hole. Okay, so when you got a hole like this, I got a stud over here, right? I've already cut my drywall for it. So I just take a 1x, I just scrap out of the shed, and a couple inches past it on each side, cut this off, and I'll show you what we do with it. So when you're working with these bigger holes, like I said, you just cut your board down a couple inches longer. You know, it's a good idea to mark it a little bit with something so you know you're in. That way I know I'm a couple inches past it. And this is kind of old school. This shit's been around forever. But you want to make sure you got some on this side and this side. Okay? That way you got bracing for your drywall. This is just drywall repair 101. You know, this is nothing fancy. There's a million freaking videos on this. You just want to make sure you get your screws in past the edge of the drywall. Put your couple in here. This will just keep you from pushing the drywall or the board off the wall. Because if you don't have it anchored good, it'll just push back when you try to put the new drywall in. Just break the drywall edge, that's all you gotta do. Then take your new drywall. Oh, wrong one. Take your new drywall. Well, it is drywall. Put your new drywall in there. And just screw it to your studs. Looks good, man. And I'll also take the multi-tool and I'll run it around here to knock off any high edges. Because a high edge will catch the drywall or the mud knife. You know what I'm saying? Cool. That was all we had to do is mud that. Okay, so on this one here, I cut it to fit, or cut it for the size, and then I measured out and just cut around the middle. So it's set back flush with the drywall. Cool. So you can see what it looks like from the side version. You know, we'll mud that in and that'll be nice. Same thing with this one. It'll look nice, man, once we get it all done. I'll show you the power box real quick. So this has only been on there for about an hour. See? Bam, bam. Now I can mud that. And be good to go, bro. Same way in the kitchen. Kitchen's only been drying for, I don't know, a couple hours maybe. So I mudded it and then I went to Lowe's. Take the multi-tool and cut it flat. Pull the middle out. It's still soft in the middle, but by me cutting that excess off, it'll dry faster. So by like 1 or 2 o'clock I can hit it with mud. It's only 11:20. Cool? For you new guys, this is how I do drywall work. It's my little bucket. And in my bucket I have 90-minute drywall mud. It's a powder. So on this one, I just dip it out a little bit, put it in there. That should be enough for the first coat. First coat is just a filler coat. That's all it is, just kind of level it off. Let me get my mixer real quick. This way that I do this is I use a little mixer. And what I did was I ground it off. I used a grinder and cut a notch in it so it would go into my quick connect And then I just put some water in it, just a little water to get me started. Don't want a whole lot. And just mix it until your water is all soaked up. Make sure your water's soaked up before you add more water. You know what I'm saying? And just add a little water at a time. Don't get in a big hurry with it. But this whole mixer, man, it makes the whole kitchen drywall process about 1,000 times easier. The other reason why I use the powder mush is because it dries good. Dries faster. It's a one-day process. Makes it go in the corner. I'm very excited when you get the mud out of the corner. So, make sure you got a muck in it. That's pretty good for a first coat. A little wet. You also turn it around a little bit the other way, and it'll pull it up. Just like so. Make sure you clean your tools off when you're done. So on this here, it's cut flat. It's good enough. Just put a little bit on there. Just filling it in. Fan it out a little bit. And I use mesh tape. This is awesome. It's like fiberglass. Just put a piece across, cut it, put a little mud on top of the tape, put your another layer, another one on, and you just keep doing this. Put a little tape mud on it, and you just knead it over top of where the bad spot is. You know what I'm saying? And what this does, even though it's a real tiny spot, what this will do is help it to be smooth. You know. Once you get the tape on there, take your little bit of mud, put on there, float it out. Couple easy swipes on it. Done. So now we're going to the bathroom and do the same thing. Do the same thing in here. Just take your little bit of mud, get it on your joints. Spread it out. I'm trying to do this pretty quick because my battery's about to die. Put it over your joints. And put it right on your seams. Like I said, this is just your first coat, so you're just trying to get some coverage on it. You're not trying to make it pretty. Just keep it thin. You don't need a whole lot of mud on it, okay? Just real thin coats. That's all you gotta do, man. Cool beans? First coat. Same thing down here. Just the first coat. Go to lunch, come back, hit it again. What's up? Back from lunch. So you can see how it's still a little damp. A little damp, not bad. And I'll show you what the bathroom looks like. Bam. See how that's all dry? All dry? I put a blower on it, and I just turned it on low and let the air blow across it, and it dried it up. Bam. That's how I do drywall quick. It's also got the AC running in the other room. Cool air removes the humidity. Air blowing across it dries it out. So right now I'm just going to hit this with second coat of mud. Get rid of all these high spots. Cool? Okay, so on second coat, all I'm going to do is knock down any high spot. Like these little high ridges here. Just go ahead and knock them down. Just run your blade across it. Get any high spot off. Second coat is fanning it out. Just want to fan it out real good. It doesn't take a lot of mud to do second coat. We'll check that when I'm done. Now I'm gonna just put another coat on this, make it it's the same process. You're just floating it out, man. That's all you're doing. Float it out, real thin coats. You don't need a lot of mud on there. Real thin coats every time. Get that done. Really thin coat. So it looked just fine, bro. Turn the blower back on, be good to go. There's not a lot I can do with this. Not a lot I can do with the rest of the day on this, except for it's all nail hole. So even that, I went ahead, even though it wasn't cured up all the way, I went ahead and hit it again, and then hit those couple little nail spots over there. So it's all good, man. It's all good. We'll just get these tools cleaned up real quick, and I'll pull a couple of these air conditioners out and give them a good scrub down. These ACs, like I said, I get a platform to stand on. That way I'm up with the AC. Only a stupid person would want to try to pull these out on the ground, because you mess your shit up, man. So this one don't have a cover on it. That's cool. Just gotta watch how you pull it out. Get it to the edge, and then get a hold of something. Yeah, bird's nest, all kinds in here. I'll bring the vacuum cleaner over here and clean this up. It's got a lot of debris in here. So, see that? So, we'll take it outside, of course. But it gives you a general idea how bad the decay is in there. You know, it's pretty rough, man. So we'll have to take this cover off in order to get where the blower or the back of the coil is, and we'll clean her up real good, man. You see all the blackness in there, so we'll see if we can get in there and clean her out real good. Cool. Alright, so I got it out here where you can see it a lot better. Oh, this debris down here. This will prevent water from being able to escape. It's the bottom of the cage. It's rusted off. So this is the back filter. Woo, it's a wonder that thing even freaking works, bro. Look at how bad that is. Wow. It's a wonder it works, man. And then this is the front. See all that mold down in there. Whoo, that's rough, brother. You see down in there? So I turn the light on. You see down in there? That's rough, bro. That's like a filter material right there. Ain't much I can do with it. I can't even get the blower off. There's no way to get the blower out. So I have to pressure wash it do a cleansing on this, chemical clean on it, and see if we can power wash some of this crap out of here, because the drain plug is backed up. It's not going to drain like this. Whew, man, that thing's, and yeah, I know what you're thinking, just throw it away and get another one. Well, I don't have that luxury, my friend. I do not have the luxury to do that. So we'll clean it up, pressure wash it, and it'll have to sit for a day before I can turn it on. It'll have to dry. Even though the motor is designed to get moisture on it, you know, but wow, that's pretty rough down in there, man. So let's see if we can get to cleaning, man. All right, so I've done 3 rinses on it, 1 with the chemical and 2 with the water. I've got most of it cleaned up pretty good, but you can see there's still like discoloration. Dude's cutting the grass over there. Anyways, but the back of the coil looks really good. The blades, I got the blades pretty clean for the first time go through. There's still a little bit of debris on there I can clean up, but I'd like to get this cleaner, because this is where the air goes in and then it comes out up here. So I'd like to get this cleaner, but I just hooked it down. We'll just let it sit for a couple minutes, see what happens. Well, I got it about as clean as I'm gonna get it. You figure that's probably, let's see if we can find a date on this thing. 95, dude. 1 of 95. And it still works. But anyways, so I got it, that's a lot of years of abuse. I got the blowers nice and clean down in there. The fan shroud thing is completely rusted. The bottom of the coil is pretty well gone. If this thing lasts another year or 6 months, it'd be a freaking miracle. But that's the thing about these old ones, like me, boy, they may look rough, but they keep going. Let's get this thing wrapped up, cleaned up, or put back together, and then I get the other one. Well, I was able to get back together. That grill doesn't look too bad. This is the inside of the part of it. This is pretty well gone. There's no more mount for it. See what I'm saying? There's no way to mount that anymore. So I'll just have to be real easy about putting it back in there. I cleaned this all up a little bit. Like I said, man, I just wanted to get the bulk off of that, and because it's so rusted down in there, I wanted to make sure that that blade's not spinning or hitting that metal, because that metal's pretty well gone. It's shit gone. So I'll let it sit overnight. I'll let it sit overnight to make sure it dries real good. You know, it's probably fine. I didn't hose the electrical down. I didn't hose none of this down, so it'd probably be fine. But just in case, I'll leave it out. Cool beans. I may have just prolonged it to death for another year. Remember this morning I took that degreaser and sprayed on these. Look how nice they look. They look almost brand new. Even well, the inside, because I just it's got a little from me washing the sidewalk off. But anyways, they look brand new, man. Nice and clean. You figure that's 94. I didn't see the date on that one, but anyways, so we get to putting it back together. Well, I took it down to the apartment and put the blower on it to dry it out, just to be on the safe side. And then the coil, the covers, you know. So tomorrow I'll put that one back in and take the one out of the living room and bring it up here and clean it up real quick. I'll do it first thing in the morning. That way it's got all day to dry. That one, the other one for the living room, it's got the wires and stuff are on the outside. You'll see it. And I gotta be a little bit more careful with that one. I'm pretty sure that one's got an electronic connection on it. So anyways, I am done for the day. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll get that drywall sanded down, because it's done. Within 2 hours, that blower dried all of that drywall in the bathroom. So tomorrow we'll go in there and sand it down, primer it, paint. Well, just primer coat is all I get it, because the painters come Monday. That's why I'm in a big hurry to get this done. So tomorrow we'll. The only thing I got to worry about tomorrow is cleaning that other air conditioner. It's been kind of a weird week, but anyways. Peace out, bro. Be kind.
Tell them who you are if you're living in the movement. You wanna praise God. This is how we do it.